Kenneth H. Blanchard, Simple Truths of Leadership, 52 Ways to be a Servant Leader and Build Trust. Embark on a journey to discover the essence of servant leadership and its power in building trust, as elucidated in Kenneth H. Blanchard's book, Simple Truths of Leadership, 52 Ways to be a Servant Leader and Build Trust. This summary highlights key insights and practical advice on how to become an effective servant leader, valuing your employees as your most important customers and keeping your customers' interests at heart. Delve into the significance of having a clear vision for your company, developing strong working relationships with your subordinates, and establishing a culture of trust and empowerment.
Listen to your heart. Understanding the concept of servant leadership. Leadership comes in two forms, the bad and the servant leader. To become a servant leader, you must know what motivates you. As a servant leader, your priority is your subordinates and the organization you serve rather than yourself. Giving your employees a sense of direction is one of the first steps you take as a servant leader. A servant leader's team should comprehend exactly what goals they are working towards and what success looks like. However, a servant leader does not stop there. After setting goals, you help your subordinates achieve those goals. By offering feedback and training opportunities and discovering the necessary support that they need, you provide strategic direction and ample day-to-day support. This results in favorable outcomes and synergy between the leader and subordinates. Following your heart, serving the needs of others, and providing support and direction to your subordinates are critical elements of servant leadership that will assist you in establishing great working relationships. Crafting a vision for your company. Creating a vision for your company is crucial for being a great servant leader. To achieve this, you need to answer three important questions. Firstly, what is your company's overall purpose or the business you are in? Secondly, what does success look like in your company? Lastly, what are your company values, and how will they guide you toward success? To create an inspiring vision, take Disney as an example. Disney's vision is not to be an entertainment company but a business of happiness. They are very clear about what success looks like, which is the smiles on their customers' faces from the moment they enter to the moment they leave. Safety is their top value, followed by courtesy and ensuring every staff member puts on a great show for their visitors. By answering these questions and turning the answers into an inspiring vision, you can motivate and inspire your staff towards a common goal. Putting customer first. In the book, it's argued that customer satisfaction should be the top priority of any business. The traditional hierarchy of leadership should be disrupted by placing the customers at the top instead of the leader. The frontline staff who interact with customers should be given special attention by everyone in the company, and their feedback should be taken seriously by leaders. Great leaders are those who disrupt the hierarchy by listening to employees and encouraging them to share their ideas. An inclusive environment should be fostered, where every staff member feels responsible for driving the company forward. This approach will create an organization with a customer-centric culture, where everyone is a leader contributing to the success of the business. Mastering the art of praise. Leaders who want to excel need to master the art of praise. Unlike bad leaders who behave like seagulls, the best leaders show up when things go right instead of only criticizing bad behavior. The secret weapon they use is praise. Leaders who praise their employees for good work increase the likelihood of employees repeating the praised behavior. The effective bestowing of praise requires specificity when identifying stellar performance. Leaders are encouraged to take people aside, thank them, explain why the performance matters, and encourage them to keep doing what they're doing. The conversation should end with the leader expressing confidence and appreciation while assuring continued support for the employee's efforts. By following these steps, bad leaders can transform into great ones. Leading through mistakes. Leaders must handle mistakes made by their staff appropriately. Criticizing the behavior rather than the person is crucial when reprimanding an underperformer who has the skills to do better. However, in the case of poor performance due to lack of knowledge, learners must be redirected instead of reprimanded. Leaders should review their performance step by step, help them understand their goals, and encourage improvement. It is essential to convey that one mistake does not define them, and the leader still has confidence in their abilities to get it right next time. Leadership flexibility. The best leaders know that to maximize results, they need to lead their team members differently. The author suggests leaders should evaluate their subordinates' competence and commitment level to determine the most effective leadership style. The leadership styles recommended include direct leadership for enthusiastic beginners, coaching leadership for disillusioned learners, and delegating leadership for self-sufficient achievers. The book emphasizes the importance of avoiding a one-size-fits-all approach and tailoring leadership styles to each team member to achieve optimal results. The author encourages leaders to develop flexibility in their leadership styles to foster success. Prioritizing internal customers. Great leaders understand that happy employees lead to happy customers. In the modern business world, leaders understand that customers should always come first. However, the most successful leaders go a step further by realizing that their most important customers are the ones inside their organization. The people who work for a company create profits by putting in the hard work that drives the bottom line. In areas such as sales, marketing, and customer care, they build the foundation for external customers. As a result, happy employees lead to happy customers, making it crucial for leaders to prioritize their internal customers. By focusing on empowering, developing, and supporting their employees, leaders create an environment where everyone's needs are heard. This may feel counterintuitive at first, but in reality, it leads to greater customer satisfaction. When employees feel invested in, they work harder, and that translates to better products and services for customers. In conclusion, leaders who understand internal customers help drive business growth by cultivating happy employees who feel supported and heard. This, in turn, leads to better customer satisfaction and a thriving business bottom line. Empowerment through boundaries. Empowering people does not mean giving them absolute freedom, and this idea aligns with how great leaders handle their team. Boundaries can help a team channel their focus in a direction that produces a formidable force. Although creating a boundary may not sound interesting, it can help a team stay aligned with their goals and achieve better results. This process involves ensuring that employees understand their set goals, expectations for their performance, and industry standards. Additionally, they should be well versed in the company's policies and procedures. In summary, providing your team with boundaries to work within can help them stay focused, productive, and ultimately become autonomous. Trusted leaders. A leader is trusted when they are competent, have integrity, and are warm towards their team. Trust is vital to encourage creativity, productivity, and high morale. Leaders can find out how much they are trusted by asking for feedback on competence, integrity, and interpersonal skills, which also demonstrates vulnerability and is a crucial part of servant leadership. To be trusted is an indispensable component of effective leadership. People are more creative, work more efficiently, and enjoy better morale when they trust their leader. Conversely, if a leader is perceived as unreliable, the team will resist, resulting in lower productivity and disengagement. So what qualities should a trusted leader have? Firstly, competence. All team members must believe their leader knows how to do their job. Secondly, integrity. When the leader says they will do something, they deliver. Finally, warmth. Trusted leaders make their employees feel safe, demonstrating care and concern for their well-being. Leaders can find out how much their colleagues trust them by requesting feedback on their competence levels, integrity, and interpersonal skills. This action not only provides valuable information, but it also shows vulnerability, an essential component of servant leadership. Fear as a leadership tool. Some leaders believe that instilling fear in their employees is an effective leadership tool. They shout, criticize, and highlight every mistake made. However, great leaders know that fear does not lead to good results. It causes employees to hide mistakes and avoid challenging goals. Great leaders work consistently to minimize fear by showing support for their employees, turning mistakes into teachable moments, and being polite. Consistency in behavior breeds confidence in employees and reduces fear. Instead of yelling and criticizing, leaders coach their employees on how to do better next time. Saying, please, and thank you, costs nothing and goes a long way in building relationships with employees. Fear is not an effective leadership tool, instead, great leaders strive to eliminate it. The 5 P's of ethical leadership. True leaders possess one common trait: integrity. Integrity means being whole and aligned with your actions and words. Without integrity, trust gets eroded. The book introduces the 5 P's of ethical leadership: purpose, pride, patience, persistence, and perspective. Leaders with integrity use their purpose to guide their daily actions, have a healthy sense of pride based on self-confidence, believe that sticking to their values will eventually work out, possess the grit to stay loyal to their principles, and align their actions with the company's bigger picture. Employing these 5 P's helps leaders enhance their integrity and maintain the trust of their employees. The art of apologizing. Breaking someone's trust can feel disastrous, but apologizing can mend the relationship. However, there's an art behind making a genuine apology. Firstly, accept responsibility without any excuses or shifting blame. Acknowledge and validate the pain you've caused and listen to how it has affected the person. Lastly, make a commitment to not repeat your behavior. Remember, a proper apology is only valuable if it's followed by action.
As we wrap up our tour of Simple Truths of Leadership, it is evident that the path to becoming a servant leader is both enriching and rewarding. By prioritizing the needs of your subordinates and organization, providing strategic direction, and offering consistent support, you can achieve great results and foster positive working relationships. Effective servant leaders create an engaging vision, listen closely to their staff, and work towards a customer-centric approach. Moreover, they ensure trustworthiness, integrity, and flexibility in managing diverse teams. By embracing these principles and nurturing a culture of trust, you can lead your team to success and inspire others.